Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls Online video. And Zenimax is gone and reverse sliced everybody's build. um, if you guys haven't seen the patch notes yet, check them out because it's a doozy. This is the first time in ever actually that they've gone and done like a wide sweeping change on like all the abilities across the board like this. It's actually quite crazy, and if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you can probably tell now that I kind of pride myself in making unique or non-meta builds, and part of the advantage of that is I don't have to usually don't have to change too much when they make balance changes and patches because I'm not usually using anything that's overpowered. Um, but in this case, and even in the last patch, honestly, my build had already lost a little bit of damage last patch, and I was kind of trying to muscle through it this patch. It was definitely a lot harder to play the build, but it was still doable. But with the changes that they've made, or that they're planning on making, I feel like it's just a bit too much damage to be losing to keep playing the build the way it is. Um, Even before they came out with the patch notes, though, I had already been doing testing with a couple of other sets. I kind of want to do a little bit more testing before I kind of tell you guys what I've been using, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be using. And the style and the playstyle of the build is not really going to change up too much. And I actually feel like we're going to be getting more damage. Not as much like burst in 1 second like this build has right now, but we're definitely getting a lot more sustained damage, and especially with these changes that they're making to a bunch of other abilities like the ones you're seeing me test here in the background. I feel like this build is going to get a lot more damage, sustained and single target, which is really cool. Um, but yeah, as far as the abilities that they're changing, um, as you can see here, I am doing a little bit of testing. The PTS is a little bit laggy, and there's not really anybody on there, but so I can't really test it against people, excuse me. But a lot of what I do in video games is based on like the way it looks or aesthetics, which is, I don't know, weird, I guess. But if you guys can see, like, just this crit rush here, like, it looks amazing. Like, you can see that little that effect that it creates on the ground, and I believe even in the ability description it says like you sunder the ground. So I have to use it for my build. It's made for me. But yeah, these things are looking really cool, and like even a couple of things like right here, you're seeing me cancel my ultimate. That's a really cool thing that I feel like they've added. Like, I don't think there's any other mechanic like that in the game. And I feel like that's going to be a really cool aspect to combat, being able to cancel your ultimate like that. It's going to be pretty interesting to see. And also the change that they've made to Eclipse for the Templar, that ability looks very strong. So it's gonna be very cool to see how PvP is gonna change, because it's been one way for a very long time, and it's gone like quite stale. Honestly, it's been like a kind of tanky dot meta like forever. So not literally forever, but for the last little while. So it's gonna be very kind of refreshing to see how this kind of shakes up the meta and makes people switch their builds around. Especially one-handed and shield. Oh my goodness, that for sure will be a very hard change to adjust to. Um, but I do see light for Sword and Board, because they've added some pretty cool mechanics to it, like the damage shield, and also the fact that you can reflect any ability now. I feel like um, different types of tank builds are now going to be kind of opened up and available to make, because right now the only real PvP tank you can make is a block tank, right? And I remember back in the day, I used to have like a Templar that was kind of like a, a reflective tank almost, because I would use Blazing Shield and defensive posture and Eclipse, right? So you can kind of make you can be able to make cool kinds of tank builds, and even I think you can still go damage on sword and board. It's gonna be obviously a lot harder, but for example, that power bash change looks very cool. So yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be hard for everybody, like I said, but I'm looking forward to it, and I've been working hard. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a great day.